Hello, Dr. Vicky here. I'm going to go over this brief hands-on tutorial to show you how to create a chart from start to finish. If you follow along step by step, doing exactly what I'm showing you how to do, you will be amazed at the chart that you create when you're done. So be ready to pause the video and practice what I'm showing you. Are you ready? Let's go. First, let me identify a few of the elements of a chart. Charts contain several elements such as a title, axis labels, a legend, and grid lines. You can hide or display these elements, and you can also change their location and formatting. You can create a chart in Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. However, the chart data is entered and saved in an Excel worksheet. If you insert a chart in Word or PowerPoint, a new sheet is opened in Excel. When you save a Word document or PowerPoint presentation that contains a chart, the chart's underlying Excel data is automatically saved within the Word document or PowerPoint. That is an amazing feature. Let me repeat that. When you create a chart in Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, the underlying Excel spreadsheet saves with the Microsoft Word document or PowerPoint when you save it. That is an amazing feature. So when you look at this diagram, number 1 is the chart title. Number 2 is the plot area, the area where the bar graphs are. Number 3 is the legend, tells you what colors correspond to which item. Number 4, the axis titles. Number 5, the axis labels. Number 6, tick marks. They may or may not be there and they're not mandatory. And number 7, grid lines. The Excel workbook gallery replaces the former chart wizard. By default, the Excel workbook gallery opens when you open Excel. From the gallery, you can browse templates and create a new workbook based on one of them. If you don't see the Excel workbook gallery, on the File menu, click New from Template when you open Excel. There is a picture of the gallery that typically opens up. If you're going to create one from scratch to make your visualizations, you will most likely be creating a blank worksheet. Now, you ready? Let's get started. Here is where the hands-on section begins. First, I want you to either pause and open up a Microsoft Word document or split screen so that you have the video on one side and your Word document on the other side of the screen. Either which way, open a new Word document. Do you have your Word document open? Okay. Click on the View menu button. View. You see it? Click the Print Layout button. Now, that is not saying it's going to print this. That is saying it's the layout that would print. Once you've clicked that, ready? Click on the Insert button. Then click the drop-down black arrow next to the Chart button. In this particular example, the Insert button is on the blue toolbar, second from the left. That's my arrow, the orange arrow on the left. The Chart button is under the blue toolbar in the white toolbar, eighth over from the left. That's indicated by the orange arrow on the right. When you click the drop-down arrow, you'll see that it gives you a list of specific chart types. Are you there? Let's move on. Chart type. The box that is dropped down, you will click on a chart type and then double click on the chart you want to add. Okay, in our example that you are to follow along, we selected pie chart as indicated with my arrow on the left. So I want you to indicate a pie chart. Then the box on the right opens up. Select the single two-dimensional pie chart, which is the first on the top left, and double click on that. You with me? All right, let's go. This should have opened up a blank Excel tablet. When you insert a chart into Word or PowerPoint, which is what you did in slide 6, an Excel worksheet opens that contains a table of sample data. That's what you're seeing if you're following along. In this particular example, you can see chart in Microsoft Word at the top of the Excel worksheet as the sample title, as indicated with the orange arrow on the right. The sample data includes the first through 4 quarters in column A and sales in column B for each quarter. This is what opened up in my sample workbook. You should have opened up a Word document, inserted the pie chart, and you should have one with sample data at this point. Let's move on. In Excel, you will replace the sample data with the data that you want to plot in a chart. If you already have data in another table, when you do this, you can copy the data from that table and paste it over the sample data. However, let's use the example. In our example, the quarters on the sample data were replaced with actual states that I have lived in. As you can see, I have West Virginia, Virginia, Tennessee, Florida. That's actual states that I have lived in column A. The sales were replaced with number of years lived in each state, 30, 20, 4, and 4. Now, if you notice something, labels were on the left in column A, and the numbers, such as years and sales, were in column B. I've kept the formatting the same. Okay, we're going to look at the guidelines now for how to arrange the data to fit our selected chart type, which was the pie chart. Are you caught up with me? Change that data to fit you, or you can go ahead and use the same data that you had for me while you practice. Fill in your sample data. When you're done, come back and move on. Now, in our example, you can see where we arrange the data in our Excel worksheet to fit the requirements outlined for a pie chart visualization. Now on the top, I have a sample of what requirements are to make a pie chart. On the bottom, I have how it corresponds to the actual data that I put in. The quarters labels in column A were replaced, as you can see, with the states I lived in. The sales data were replaced with number of years lived in the state. Now there is a cheat sheet like the one for pie chart there for all of the bar charts. Well, I will provide you. But are you with me? Have you created your Excel spreadsheet with either your years and states or mine so that you can practice? Catch up with me? And then let's move on. You ready? It's awesome. Boom! Abracadabra. On our example Microsoft Word document, amazingly, the pie chart we created from the Excel worksheet is now beautifully visible right in the Word document. The states I lived in are indicated on the legend at the bottom, as you can see, indicated with the arrow on the left: West Virginia, Virginia, Tennessee, and Florida. The years I lived in each state are illustrated by the colors and size to indicate what portion of my 58 years was lived in each. What part of my 58-year pie was allocated to each state? Is it interactive? you better believe it is. When you scroll over one of the pieces of the pie, the specific detail is now visible in the tooltip. In our example, this tooltip, I scrolled over the blue color, which appears to be the biggest part of the puzzle. That should be what? West Virginia? Virginia? It was Virginia, right? The tooltip indicates 20 years in Virginia. Does yours look like that? Okay, pause, make sure yours looks like that. Start over and practice 2 or 3 times. Then change the data. Practice again. Then change the chart type and practice again. Send me your practice examples so that I can see where any obstacles might be occurring. Have fun.